Hi and welcome to level 2 of the Beginner Yin Yoga course. This is day 1. In case you don't know me yet, I'm Gaia and we are doing a Beginner Yin Yoga course that really sets the foundation for your practice. If you have not yet done level 1, I highly encourage you to go through those sequences first. However, if you're not entirely new to Yin Yoga, hopping in level 2 is also perfectly fine. So as I said, we are going to be deepening our practice, setting more of a foundation for our practice. I'm sorry guys, that's my dog's ear in the camera. We will be setting more of a deeper, stronger foundation for our practice, exploring some new poses, and let's get started. We will begin in a neck stretch. You can remain in an easy seat or you can do it kneeling. I prefer kneeling because it allows me more of a stretch in my neck, but you can explore what works for you, especially if kneeling perhaps isn't the best pose for your knees, then just remain in an easy seat. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our right ear to the right shoulder, just lowering the ear to the shoulder, making sure that the shoulder is nice and low. And then we're going to walk our left fingertips out. You can keep them lifted off the mat or resting on the mat. And you decide the intensity of this stretch. If you feel like this is too much, you don't have to use the fingertips. You can just leave your arm resting in your lap. However, if the fingertips out feel nice, then please do so. Make sure that your back is nice and straight and that your right ear is moving down to your right shoulder. And breathe. Now I want you to use your right hand to assist your head back to neutral. This is really important because you always want to support the lift back because we have just stretched this side, we have stretched the muscles here, and we don't want to stress them by actually using them to bring our head back up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this time the left ear goes down to the left shoulder, nice and slow. And then your right fingertips can come onto the mat to increase the stretch. Again, if it feels too much, just don't use the fingertips and let them rest in your lap as well. Make sure, like on the previous side, that your back is nice and long, that you're sitting straight, and just enjoy this beautiful and so beneficial stretch. With the help of your left hand, return the head to center. Take a moment here. Just breathe. Let your shoulders drop down even more. Let your spine be long. The back of the neck is long. Take one final inhale and one long exhale. Now the next pose we will do is a new one. It's called Melting Heart. So make your way into tabletop. Your knees are under your hips. Your wrists are under the shoulders. You want to be at the bottom of your mat because we will be stretching out. And for Melting Heart, you want to walk your hands out in front of you until your forehead touches the mat. Keep your hips above your knees. Really reach out through the armpits and breathe. We won't be here for long. We are just exploring this. And if this really is too much, if your forehead cannot touch the floor, I recommend trying this pose by putting a pillow beneath your forehead. So experiment if you have to lift the floor for yourself a bit so that you can actually rest. But I am confident that you can actually get here. Just be gentle with yourself. Keep sending those hips back, having them stacked over your knees. The arms are out in front of you. You're creating length through your back. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. Now I want you to use your arms. Walk them in, lifting yourself up, nice and slow, back into this tabletop position. And we're going to move directly into a child's pose. If you want to do a wide-legged variation, which I recommend, just bring your big toes together. As you come to sit on your heels, widen your knees a bit more if that feels good. And then walk your hands out. Bring your forehead to the mat. Let the arms rest. If you're doing a closed-legged variation, it remains the same. I want you to do this one with the arms out in front of you. So even if you are folding over your legs instead of between them like I am, it doesn't really change that much right now. Keep the intention of your hips moving back to your heels, creating some length in the spine. And if at any point you can also rest your chest on the mat, that is absolutely perfect. We're going to be here for a bit longer, resting and integrating before we will move into Savasana. Begin to deepen your breath, and then use your arms to slowly, gently roll yourself back up into a seat. You can take a moment here, breathe a bit, and then slowly make your way into Shavasana in whichever way feels best for you. Roll down onto your back, stretch out your legs, let the feet flop to the sides. Rest your arms by your sides as well. Make sure that the back is nice and long. The back of the neck is long as well. And settle into this pose. You can stay in Shavasana for longer if that's what you choose. But if you're ready to come out, my dog just joined me on the mat. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can take a nice deep stretch if that feels good to you. And then just roll onto one side. And then use your arms to push yourself back up into a seat. Place your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra and take a moment of gratitude, really thanking yourself for doing this practice, for making the time for yourself, for nourishing your mind, your body, your spirit. You are absolutely amazing, and I want you to celebrate that. Thank you.